Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Apologies for my voice. I went to a Braves game last night and did some cheering and yelling. We did win, but my voice is not recovered yet. Today I'm going to be playing Final Girl. I have chosen to play Hans, the butcher, at Wolfe Asylum. I'm going to be playing with Veronica. I've never used her before. I don't know what her special ability is. I haven't looked at the other side. She starts with 5 health. Every time I rescue a victim, I get bonuses on my time. That's an odd one, but I thought maybe we'll try it. Hans begins with 12 hearts. So the way this works is he actually starts with 11 of these heart tokens. And then I'm going to draw one of these hidden last health tokens. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Veronica starts with 5 health, so she gets 4 hearts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what you do is you randomize these tokens right here, and you pick one for the bad guy, and you pick one for your good guy. And then I'm going to put these aside so I don't actually spoil anything and see the bottoms. One of these contains 1 bonus heart, one contains 2 bonus hearts, and one contains 3 bonus hearts. When you lose all your hearts, if you were to lose this last one, you reveal it, and it tells you whether you get to keep going or not. Same with the bad guy. Hans is a pretty tough one. I like playing him. I've lost to him more than I've won, so I wanted to give him another shot. First thing I need to do is shuffle up his dark powers. I always get rid of the epic dark power. It's just too difficult to win. Shuffle these up a little bit. Pick one. Put it here. This is his dark power, which is revealed when the bloodlust tracker gets to here. And then this is the finale card. And the finale card is revealed when you draw the last terror card. So these really ramp up the bad guy and make him almost impossible to win. Because I'm playing at the Wolfe Asylum, there are unknown pills that have been distributed in certain rooms. I also begin with one, although I don't know what it is. As a free action during your turn, you can take a pill and then consult this little chart to see what it gives you. Anytime you take 2 or more pills, you have to draw a side effect card. And if you draw, I think, 3 cards, you get to draw an amped card, which can give you all kinds of crazy abilities. I've already shuffled and divvied out the item cards. I've already done the setup card to tell me where the enemy gets placed, where I get placed, and where the other victims. I need to shuffle the event deck and draw an initial starting event, and then we can get going. The event deck, again, sometimes you draw a good thing. Most of the time you draw a bad thing. Welcome to the Madhouse. Place a skull token in the common room. I'm in the common room, okay? When you or an enemy enters this space, you or it is dealt a damage. So when you enter it, so right now I start in it, but I don't want any of the victims going in there because they only have 1 health, and that will kill them. All right. What else? I've already shuffled the terror deck. I get to start with my initial 6 cards. I'm setting aside the desperation die just in case. You only get to roll this once per game. It has a star on 5 sides and a skull and crossbones on the 6. If you roll it, you only get 1 roll. You add it to whatever you roll. If you get the skull and crossbones, you die instantly. So only use it in the most absolute last-ditch effort. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, the first thing I want to do is try and lower. I always try to lower the focus. I want to get this down to 1 or 0 so I can roll 3 dice instead of 2. I did not get a star, but it's got the 2 card icon, which means I can donate or discard 2 cards. I'll get rid of a short rest and a weak attack to make it a star. And now I can lower this by 1 and lose a time. All right. I'm going to play another focus. And I didn't get anything, so I lose 2 time. Ugh. I have a walk and a walk. I'm going to burn 1 walk and keep 1 in my hand. I got 1 star. 1 star will let me move 1 space. I am going to move... And I'm also going to lose a time. So let's see, I lost when I did the focus, I rolled a 1, which lost me 1, and then this focus lost me 2, so I'm at 3. So by doing this walk, I'm gonna be down to 2 time, which isn't gonna let me buy much. Let's go here. Oh no, let's go here with this victim, and I'm gonna, as an action, it says when your movement ends in a space with a token, you may spend a time. So I just lost a time, and if I pick up the pill, I'm going to lose another time, which means I'll only have 1, which means I can only do a reroll. Let's take that chance. I am going to pick up this pill and put it here. I don't know what it is. This walk goes away. I'm down to 1 time. It's now the planning stage, so I'm going to buy a close call along with my walk, and that is the end of my turn. This goes back up to 6. These cards go back into their free space, and it is now the killer's turn. So the killer on his turn will target me or a victim. Now, if it was just me and a victim, he will always target the victim over the final girl. Saves you for last. And then he will strike. Well, there's nobody in his space, so he doesn't do anything. But then you have to draw a terror card. And this is what I was worried about. For each victim in your space, do one of the following. Discard a pill or take 1 damage, or take damage you may defend. Then this is going to lower by 1, so it's going to undo the focus, and then he's going to move into my spot and kill that victim. Well, for each victim in your space, do one of the following. Discard a pill or take damage. Well, phooey. All right. Really, he's going to kill the victim. So this automatically drops to 1. Do I lose a pill or do I take a damage? I'll take the damage. I want to keep those pills. So then he moves and he kills this victim, and this moves up 1. Blah. All right. That is the end of his turn. There is no panic phase because there are no enemies or victims in his spot. The terror deck is not empty, so the finale card doesn't get revealed, and now it comes back to my turn. All I've got is a walk and a close call. I will play the walk and roll. I got a single star. I could use this to re-roll this. I will do that. And I didn't get it. So I can move 1 space and lose 1 time. So I'm going to move... here because there's 2 victims, and hopefully this does not get him to move here, because then I'll have 2 victims to move into this room to tell them to run. All right, that is it for me. The walk goes here. The reroll goes here. I have 5 time to buy. I will buy a sprint for 2, down to 3. I will buy a distraction for 3. That knocks me down to 0. I get all the freebies back. They cost 0. And then this goes back up to 6. This goes into, they go back into their draw piles. And now it's the killer turn. Once again, he stabs anybody in his spot. Nobody's there. Draw a terror card. Come on. This drops by 1, and then he will move to the nearest victim and kill it. Well, there are 2 ways to move. He can move here, or he can move here. So what I will do is I will roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll a 5. So he comes here and he kills this victim, which pushes this up, which further pushes this back to 6. Man. All right. Well, that is the end of the killer phase, and the terror card deck is not empty, so it once again comes to my turn. All right. I'm going to play a focus. I got 1 star. I will get rid of the short rest and weak attack to make this 2 stars, which gives me 2 time and lowers this by 1. I'm going to do it again. And I got nothing. I do not want to donate these 2 cards, so instead I lose 2 time. And then I will do a walk. I just need 1 star. I got 1 star, which allows me to move 1 space. I will take these 2 to the exit and tell them to get lost. Now, I'll put this on the 3 1, 2, 3. It gives me extra time. And I'll put the other one on the 1, so that pushes it up to 10. So that was helpful. And now I still have time. I can play a distraction. I got nothing. I can choose to lower the thing and lose 4 time, which I will do. I'll go down to 6. And now I'm going to do a sprint. If I play this right, if I get 2 stars, I can move 3 spaces. I can go 1, 2, 3, and then back up where I want. And I didn't. So I can move 2 spaces, which I will do. I'm going to go 1, 2, and take this one with me. Anytime you move through a room, the victim, up to 2 victims, will follow you. I'm going to tell this one to get lost. I will put it on the 2 to go up to 8 time. But I also lost a time because of the sprint. And that is the end of my turn. I now have 8 time to spend. All right, it's time to get serious about this. Looking at the rooms here, the bone saw does an extra 2 points of damage. Whenever you inflict damage with a bone saw, the terrace goes up 1, though. So that's not good. And it's located in medical storage, which is way over here. The doctor's office has pills, which I can get 2 pills. And then the patient gown, what does that do? You may ignore any movement penalties from special rules. If you take damage from an attack, you may discard this card to kill a victim in your space instead. Ugh, I don't like that either. You may ignore any movement penalties from special rules, which means when I move through this room, I could ignore that penalty, the movement penalty when you move through a common room. When you or an enemy enters that space. Okay. Well, right now I'm not too worried about it. All right. It is 8 to spend. Let's do a distraction for 3. Let's do a sprint for 2. And let's do an improvise for, well, hold on, 3. I could do a guard in case he comes back my way. I'll do a guard for 2 and a reroll for 1. And that knocks me down to 0. I get all the free cards. This goes up to 6. These cards go back into their spot. And it is now the enemy's turn. All right, the enemy attacks in his spot. There's nobody there. Then he draws a card. Draw 2 side effect cards. All right, let me shuffle this. I think I did before the game, but let's shuffle it just in case. All right, draw 2. Great. So the first one, no effect. All right, good. Second one, shuffle this and all other side effect cards back into the deck. All right, well, that was good. Nothing happened there. All right. Now, and then the second part is he moves to the nearest victim, which the nearest victim is for this one is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be this one. So he'll move here. And then he stabs. There's nobody there. And then I have to draw an event card. Dangerous addiction. Choose up to 2 victims that do not share a space with you or each other. Place a face-down pill token with both, 1, or neither. For each pill you pick up, for each pill you place, move the bloodlust up. Well, choose up to 2 victims. Place a face-down on both, 1, or neither. I'm going to say neither. I don't want that bloodlust going up. So that goes away, and it is now my turn. All right. Let's see. It's my action. I am going to consume a pill. Let's do this one. It's yellow. A yellow says gain a heart. So I gain a heart. That's good. Do not draw a side effect card. Now, if I draw another pill, you may take a single pill, apply its, and then take a combination of 2 pills and apply their benefits. Okay, So I only have one pill left. So if I take this during this turn, I have to draw a side effect. And I'd rather not do that. So we'll just take the heart and say we're lucky there. All right, this goes back into the pool. Shuffle it up. All right. Shuffle them up again. Hopefully. I hate when you shuffle tokens and they reveal themselves. All right, there we go. I've got a walk, close call, guard, sprint, and a distraction. Let's get over to these two and rescue them. Maybe I can get this one to follow me. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement. So let's do a distraction and try and lower this. I got a single star. I could get rid of the... No, I don't. I don't get rid of anything. Nope. So I'll lower this by 1, and I gain a time. So I'm up to 7. All right. Now, let's do a sprint. I got 1 star. I'm going to do a close call, which allows me to re-roll 1 dice. I'll re-roll this one. And I didn't get a star. So it was empty. So I can only move 2 spaces. I'm going to go 1, 2, take this one with me. And that goes away, and I lose a time, so I'm down to 6. I will go ahead and do my walk. I got a single star, which allows me to move 1 more space. I'm going to go here. I lose a time. And I'll keep my guard, and that is it for my turn. I have 5 time to spend. I'm going to buy, well, first off, I get all my freebies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can have a maximum of 10 cards in your hand. I'm going to buy a distraction for, well, do I want to do that? I'll buy a sprint for 2, down to 3, and then I will buy a, I think the killer's going to keep going after these, so I'm not going to deal with that right now. Let's do a distraction. Let's try and keep lowering the down to 0. That's the end of the planning phase. This goes back up to 6. These go back into their spot. And it is now the killer's turn. Killer will stab in his space. No one there. Draws a terror card. Place Hans with the furthest target. Well, the furthest would be in there. That's not good. This lowers by 1. Then draw the next terror card. Oh, Unholy Rage. Hans does an additional damage for each knife. So, and he gets 2 bonus hearts, which means to remove this, I have to do 2 damage to him. Oh, that's not good. All right. Well, they won't flee because he didn't kill anybody in their spot, and now it's my turn. All right, I need to get those victims out. Well, yeah, I can. When they're in an escape spot, I can tell them to run. So I'm going to do a distraction to try and get down to 3 dice. I really need 3 dice. I got 1 star, which allows me to move this down 1, and I gain a time. I'll do a focus. 2, excellent. This drops by 1, and I gain 2 time. I'm going to do the other focus. Hopefully I get 1 star here. 1 star. And I did. I got 1, which loses a time and loses this, but I get 3 dice now. Now I'm going to do a walk. And I'm trying not to burn my sprint. All right. 3 dice. I need to move 2 spaces, so I need 2 stars. I got 2 stars. Move 2. 1, 2. Now there's 3, but I'm going to tell 2 to get lost. That will give me 2 time, which is up to 10. And this one has to go here, which bumps me up to full 12. All right, 12. And then I flip this over to my secret power. All right, let's see what it is, Veronica. For the rest of the game, you reset the time to 7 at the end of the planning phase instead of 6. Oh, that doesn't really help me out. Oh, for each additional victim, gain 3 time. Well, that's not bad. Well, getting the timer set back to 7 is not bad. Veronica must be like a runner or something. I don't know. All right, so that was the walk. Now, I need to get this victim away from Hans. So let's do, well, while we got Hans there, let's do a weak attack. See if we can do at least the damage to him. I need 2 stars. I didn't get them. Unfortunately, because I didn't get them, I can... Oh, I lose a heart and I lose a turn. Ooh. I need to turn one of those into a heart. All right. I will play short rest. I'll discard short rest and guard to make this a star, which means I do a damage, but I also take a damage. But the reason I did that was I have my sprint, which will hopefully allow me to get away from Hans. I'm still rolling 3 dice. I need 2 stars. Come on. I got 1 star, which will allow me to move 2 spaces. So I'm going to take this one and go 1, 2. Okay. And that is it for my turn. And that burns 2 times. So I'm down to 10. The weak attack didn't take any time. All right, so I'm at 10. So I can buy 10 worth of cards. Well, let's go ahead. We get the freebie, the walk. Let's take a retaliate for 4. Down to 6. Let's take another sprint for 2. Let's take a... I'm going this way. Let's take I got 4. I could do the Furious Strike, so if he comes in my spot, that might help. I'll take a Furious Strike for 4, and I am done. So this is all the cards I have. There's nothing in the freebie to get. This goes back to 7, and then these go back in their space. 7, weak, short rest, guard, walk, focus, distraction. All right. Enemy's turn. It stabs in his space. There's nobody there. Then we draw a terror card.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
This drops by 1. Then it moves, it targets me or the nearest victim and moves. There are 2 victims, so it went 1, 2. So it only moves 1 space per boot. So he moves here, and then he stabs, and there's no one there, so that goes away. All right. There's no victims to panic, so it is now my turn, and this terror deck is getting extremely low, which means I'm going to be revealing this pretty soon. Okay, what do I have? I've got Furious Strike, Sprint, Retaliate, and Walk. Well, let's do the Sprint. So, well, we're only rolling 2 dice. Let's do the Sprint. I got 1 star. I need to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. But I could go 1, 2. No, he's going to catch me. He's going to catch me. If he kills 3 more victims, he gets to his dark power. So I need to rescue these 2, and the highest he can go is here, unless a card tells me to put more victims. Okay. Think. You can move 2 spaces. I could go 1, 2 and pull 2 out, but I think he's going to catch me. Or I can move 1, 2, burn a time to take that pill. You know what? I'm going to... Well, this is still my turn. So the sprint goes away. I'm going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. I'm going to spend a time. Actually, that cost me a time. I'm going to spend an action, a time, to pick up this pill. I'm going to use this pill. I know this one's pink. I accidentally saw it, so I'll pick this one, blue. Blue allows me to move 1 space. Do not draw a side effect. That 1 space will let me get here. Now I've got 2 victims to get to safety. This goes away. And then, let me think. I do have a walk. If I could get 2 stars, I could get them to safety. Let's try. I mean, might as well, right? I need 2 stars. I got 1. All right. I was tempted to roll this die, because if I get 2 stars, I can move them to safety. But you know what? That doesn't really get me anything other than more time. I've already flipped to my superhero power, so there's really no reason to try and rush this. So instead, I am going to just move 1 space and lose a time. And I have 4 left. And I'm going to now, with those 4, I am going to buy a distraction for 3 and a reroll for 0 or 1. I get all the freebies back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 cards. This goes back to 6. These go back in their spot. And it is now the killer turn. All right. The killer will stab anyone in his place. There's no one there. Then we draw a terror card. Oh. If there are no victims, discard, draw. Well, there are victims. Otherwise, move and stab. Then move and stab. So another victim. This goes up 1. Which is not bad, because what that means now is this victim is going to flee. Where does it flee? It only flees on a 6. Oh, solitary confinement. I guess that means it's hard to get out of. All right, on a 6, that one will flee. I rolled a 6, so it flees here. It's not going to help, but because I think this card will have him move. They typically have him move. But now it's my turn. My turn. All right, let's do a focus. I just need 1 star, and I didn't get it, but I will burn short rest and weak attack to make this a star, which allows me to move 1 space. I am now at a rescue position. These, actually, I'll go up to 7. Remember, I forgot, moved up to 7. The move cost me 1, but now, because I rescue 2, I get 6. 6 plus 6, I'm all the way up to 12. Nice. All right. It's time to bring some damage to you, Mr. Hans. Let's try this. I have a sprint. I thought I had a sprint. No, I do not. All right, so I could at least maybe try to get to him, but I can't. There's no way I can get to him fast enough. So what I'll do is I will play a focus to lower this by 1. Didn't I just do that? It was at 3, and I moved it down to 2. Or did I? I didn't move this. This should have been at 1. Sorry. So now I'm rolling 3 dice. I'm going to play focus again. And I got 2 stars, which allows me to lower it by 1 and gain 2 time. Now, the bad news is I'm already at 12, so you don't get any bonus time. All right, so I'm at the maximum time, and I'm at rolling 3 dice. I don't have anything to heal up, so I'm just going to play a walk to get as close as I can to him, and then I'll start buying critical blow and cards like that. All right, so let's do this. I didn't get it. I'll do a close call, lose 2 time to reroll all my dice. And I'm not getting rid of anything. So I can choose to lose 2 time. I'm down to 8. And distraction, furious strike, and retaliate. That's it. I'm not going to do anything else. I don't get to move. So yeah. Okay, it's my turn. I am going to stop with my 8 time. I've got these cards left, 3. I get this one back of 4, and now I have 8. I'm going to buy a critical blow for 6. That knocks me down to 2. And I'm going to buy a sprint for 2. And that is it for my turn. It is now the killer phase. The killer will stab in his space. There's nobody there. Then we draw a terror card. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, no, it's coming after me. So it will move 2 boots, which means 2 spaces. 1, 2. So it ignored the victim, and it stabs. There's no one there. All right. My turn. Okay. I need to move to him, and to get to him, I can do a walk to see how close I can get to him. I don't want to use up my sprint unless I have to, which it looks like I'm going to have to. I got 2 stars, so I can move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Coming for you, Hans. Then I will play a sprint. I got 1 star, which allows me to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. All right. Now, and that knocks me. Oh, this went up to 7. So hold on. I did a walk, which I moved 2, and it burned a time, and then I did a sprint, which burned a time. So I'm down to 5. I will do a critical blow, trying to hurt him. I got 1 star, and I do not want to use a reroll. So 1 star allows, I do 2 damage. 1, 2, this goes away. And 2 damage, this bumps, which gives me a time. I'm back up to 6, and then my turn ends. So I can't play any more of these cards. But that's okay, I didn't want to. These are more for, the retaliate will allow me to hopefully do damage back to him. All right, it is my turn to purchase cards. I have 6. I will buy. These were the ones I used this turn. All right, so for 6, I will buy a guard for 2. I will buy a sprint for 2. 1, 2. And I've got 2 left. I will buy another guard. 1, 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 cards. It is now his turn. This goes up to 6. These go back into their space. And the killer's turn. He targets me or the nearest victim. I'm here, and he stabs. He will stab me for 2 damage, but I am going to play retaliate. I need 2 stars. 2 stars would be great. 1 star would be fine, but 2 stars would be great. I got 2 stars. Ignore all damage and do 2 back. So I just did 2 to him. All right, that was good. And now this goes away. And now it is there. Oh, he draws a terror card. There's 1 left after this one. He targets me and stabs. He does 2. Luckily, I have a guard. I will play the guard. I need 2 stars or 1 star. I got 1 star, which says ignore all, reduce damage by 2. So he does no damage. It is now my turn. All right. I have Furious Strike followed by a sprint to get away from him. Let's do this. I need 2 star. I need 2 stars. I need 2. I need 2. I need 2. This goes back up to 7. I always forget that. I got 2 stars, which means I do 2 damage. And this bumps, so I get a bonus time. All right. Now I'm going to do the sprint and get away from him and get this victim out of here, hopefully. Hopefully I can roll 2 stars. I rolled nothing. And nothing says you can lose to... I need to make one of these a star. So, because a star will allow me to move 2 spaces. I'm going to get rid of distraction and guard to make this a star. Move 2. 1, 2. And then I lose a time. I'm down to 7. And that is all the cards in my hand. It is my turn. End of my turn with 7. I get all these back. Weak attack, short rest, focus. I get 6 cards. So I can buy 4. 7. I'm going to buy Critical Blow for 6. And with 1 left, I will buy a reroll. And that is all I can do. These go back into their spaces. Guard is here. Distraction is 3. Furious Strike is 4. Guard is... And Retaliate is 4. Oh, that goes... Where does this one go? Distraction. Sorry. All right. This goes back up to 7. He targets me or the nearest victim and stabs. There's nobody there. And here we go. This is bad. Last card. Oh, this drops by 2. 1, 2. I'm down to rolling 2 dice again. Then he targets me or the nearest victim and moves 2 boots. 2 is 1, 2, but he doesn't stab. There's no knife, so he's just there. breathing down my neck. All right, it is my turn. I really, really, really need to... Well, let me play focus. Because I need 1 star. Just 1 star. I didn't get it. So I lose 2 time. I will play my other focus. I need a star. Come on. I didn't get it. So I lose 2 time. Or I'll play... close call to reroll both dice. I was at 4. No, I was at 7. I played focus and lost, so I lost 2. Then I played this focus, which lost, but I'm going to play the reroll to reroll both of these. I lose 2, so I'm down to 3. I reroll both. And I got a single double card, which will allow me to get rid of short rest and a walk to make this a star, which will allow me to lower this by 1. I lose a time. But the good news is I can, if I do a critical blow, I'm rolling with 3 dice, by the way, sorry. If I do a critical blow, I can knock him down 3 hearts. But if I only roll 1, it's going to be the end of my turn. I do have the money to buy guard. No, I do not. Yeah, I do. I will play critical blow. Or do I play walk and try to get the... I need to rescue the victim. I'm going to walk. I need 1 star. I got 2. Move 2. I can go 1, 2. Tell this one to get lost, which gives me 3 time. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm back at his space. I will do a weak attack first. Oh, but I don't want to do that because let's do the... No, because this will end my turn. Let's do the weak attack and hope for at least 1 star. I didn't get it. I failed, which means I lose a heart, and it's the end of the round. So I didn't get to do my critical blow. But the good news is I have 5 time to spend. 5 is going to let me buy a retaliate for 4 and a reroll for 1. That's the end of the round. This goes back up to 7. These go back in their space. And it is the killer turn now. Well, the killer doesn't have any more victims to kill, so his bloodlust cannot go up, which means he's going to attack me for 1. He does 2 damage. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh, yeah, I got retaliate. So he will attack me. But I will play retaliate. Because if he does that 2 damage, I have to reveal this, and it could mean I'm dead. So let's hope for 2 stars here. I didn't get them. But I can play close call, lose 2 time to reroll them all. And I got 1 star. It allows me to reduce the damage by 2, so no damage, and I do a damage back to him. Now here's the bad news. I only have critical blow, and it's still his turn. He doesn't draw a terror card, so this is revealed. Draw a second dark power card when this is revealed. All right, so the dark powers are these. So I'll flip these around. And I'll draw a second dark power. So this is Bloodbath. Well, unfortunately for me, I'm dead. Because, well, no, actually I'm not. Because that's just what he does on his turn. I've got 1 more turn to survive this. So this went, I played, this should have gone back up to 7. It's his turn. Oh, that's right. He just did the damage. And he missed because I played retaliate. So now it's my turn. All I've got is critical blow. And was I supposed to get these back? I don't think. Yeah, I was. I was supposed to get these back on my turn. Because I played these, which means these will go here. So I should get these back. So let's see, what can I do here? First off, I need to do a short rest. I need to try and heal. I got 3 stars, which unfortunately doesn't do anything, but it does give me 2 hearts back. All right. Now, let's do a critical blow. Well, let's do the weak attack because I might be able to do a reroll and not end my turn. I got 2 stars, which allows me to do 1 more damage. Now, critical blow. I need 2 stars, and I have cards to do rerolls. I got 1 star. I will choose to get rid of a focus and a walk to make this one a star, which does 3 damage. And now I reveal this. He gets 2 bonus hearts. Now, how this works, this goes away. He gets 1 and 2. And that is all he can do. I didn't lose any time. Nope, I didn't lose any time. So, I've got to walk in. Let's try and get away. Well, do I want to get away? I could try to get away, but he's going to move 4 boots, so he'll be able to come after me no matter what. So it doesn't matter. I'm not going to play the walk. Instead, what I'm going to do is buy. For 7, I'll buy a guard for 2 and another guard for 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I've got 3 left. I'll buy a improvise. Nothing to do damage. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Put the guard back. I'll buy a furious strike for 4, and then I'll buy a close call for 1. Now I'm down to 0. That's it. This is it. These go back into their space. And now comes the bad part. All right. I only have 1 guard, which is bad. But I have 4 hearts, and he only has the 2. So, first on his turn, he will attack me twice. He's doing 1 damage, so it does 2 damage. The first attack does 2 damage. No, does 1 damage. So, do I want to block that? No. I do not want to play my guard card. And I don't have retaliate. Why am I not playing my guard card? Because he's going to attack 3 more times. So he does a damage. Then he stabs again. I'm not going to play guard. He does another damage. Now this card, he only does 1 stab. This one will do 1 damage. I will take the heart. I'm still got 2, maybe 2 left. It's the end of his turn. It's my turn. I will play Furious Strike. If I can roll 2 stars, I will kill him. I rolled 2 stars, which takes away the last 2 health, and Hans is defeated. And that was good. Now, I do realize a little while back that I should have revealed this second card 1 time sooner, but it wouldn't matter because when I did, he was up here and there was no victim, so he would have moved to me closer rather than me come to him. I think it would have been a wash. I'm pretty sure it would have been a wash, mainly because there was still that 1 victim for him to kill. It could have changed the game just a slight bit, but I still think I would have had it. Main reason, strategy-wise, you want to try and get in a habit of always having guard and retaliate in opposite hands. So you always have a way to defend. Same thing with sprint or walk. Try to always have a way to get away. It took me so long to figure that part out. But having a card in your hand to put some distance, especially early in the game, between you and the bad guy is really important. And of course, keeping the horror level down so you can roll 3 dice. All right. That was awesome. What was this final one? Oh, it was pink. That's right. It would have given me 1 bump here, so didn't need it. Anyway, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me as I played another game of Final Girl, and I defeated Hans again. We'll be back next week with another Final Girl. Until then, everybody, take care.